Good morning, guys. So today it's time for another project video. So today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a address signpost, I guess, or basically just a spot at the end of our driveway where we can post our address. Wow, going crazy in the background there. Because we have no marker for our house, so when we're getting deliveries or someone's coming over that hasn't been here before, which a lot of the places here, a lot of them don't have markers, so everybody goes by poles, which are the, telephone poles that go down the road. Everybody says, I'm at pole 20 or I'm at pole 78 or pole whatever, so yeah, I'm going to make a address signpost, and that's going to be today's project. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and like. All right, so just to give you guys an idea of what I'm going for, hopefully this shows up okay. Basically, there's going to be two 4x4s, and that's going to be the uprights. There will be a 4x4 across here, and then I'm going to get a 2x8, which is going to go across here. On the top of the 4x4s, I'm going to have some of the solar lights, the same as I put on the by the chicken gate, or the gate to the chicken run. So this is going to end up being probably 4 to 5 feet tall, somewhere in that range. And then this is going to be concrete at the bottom. This will end up being about 3 feet wide. And then this whole thing is going to get painted blue, the same color as the house. And then we'll have black numbers for the address, and then the solar lights are black too. You guys have seen those before. So basically what I'm going to be starting with is going to be the 4x4s, which I have a few over here. So that'll be the main posts. And then let's go down and take a look at where it's going to be located. The hens are being so vocal this morning. You guys just work on making more eggs. Down to the end of our driveway, and it's going to be located on the right side here. So this is going to be the location. It's going to be pretty much tucked up fairly close to where the tree line is here. I think this is mostly rocky, but I'm going to see if I could, so as I was saying, I'm going to see if I can dig up a little bit right here for the post to go in. And then this, of course, is going to have a 8-inch form around it, 8-inch tall, 3 foot by maybe 1.5 foot. So that'll be the main support of the block. So I don't think I'll need to really go that deep, but I'll see what I can dig up here. If I can dig up a little bit to sink the post in, then that'll just be even more stable. All right, so I'm going to start with making my form. So I have these 2x8s that were left over, which a couple more pieces right there. These were 2x8s that originally I used to pour the shed slab, and then also cut up to pour the extension there where the lattice is, that slab under there. So now these will get used for a third time, which will probably be the last time because they're going to be pretty small at this point. So I'm basically going to be making a 3 foot by 1.5 foot box, and that's going to be the base. All right, so I have the form all together. This will be the base. And then, yeah, so of course it's raining again. I was trying to figure out something I could work on while it's raining. I can do a little bit more on this, but really I need to, get down there. And I don't really want to be digging in the rain today. So I also wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, because today is actually Thanksgiving. So this is what I'm doing on Thanksgiving. We're not really going out, we're not having people over because of the whole coronavirus thing. We probably will go by our neighbor's house and get a plate because they invited us over. Actually, we had a couple invites, but we just wanted to stay home and just relax and chill for the day. So this is what I'm doing, is working. And it's raining, of course. But it's that time of year. Okay, just to get a visual on this, I got a couple cut off 4x4s here that I put in the form. And basically what I did was I centered them, you know, this direction. And when they're centered, they have about 7 inches on either side. So what I did was I went 7 inches from this side so that it's even all the way around. So there's 7 inches all the way around. Now I can get my distance for the cross piece that's going to go in here, which will probably end up being a little bit higher, maybe somewhere up in this area. A good, I don't know, 6 to 10 inches off of where the surface of the concrete will be. And then the overall will end up being, like I said, somewhere between 4 and 5 feet. So that way I can get my distances on where to cut the cross piece, and then also my height. I do need to dig out or see if I'm going to be digging out. If I end up just pouring this as is without digging down, that'll be fine too, because this is more than enough support once the concrete is poured to keep these in place and upright. All right, so I got my form placed and I dug down a little bit. Not too worried about digging this in because the block itself is going to be more than enough weight and stability to hold the sign up. Rules is you find treats for the ladies. Here you go, girls. Better grab it. Oh. Get these 2 that fell on the ground. Okay, I gotta see who's here. Take it. All right, I got one more. No, you just had one. Here. Okay. Grab it. Grab it. Worms. All right, this is where I'm at with the sign, or the post, I guess, and the sign. I have everything cut out. So this cross piece is going to end up going in here, in between. And then this piece will end up going in there. And then that's the piece that the numbers are going to get mounted on. I got to check the length of this piece, but I'm going to put a slight angle on these. Just so, you know, for whatever rain or whatever falls off, and it'll be a little bit of a, I guess, a detail, accent detail. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this and then get this put together. Okay, I have this all cut. I have a clamp on here to hold this together because it was bowed just a little bit out. Right here is just about 23.5 inches exactly, so I have the clamp on here holding this at 23.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and drop some screws in here and that side, and then for this cross piece here I have some of these headlock screws, which is basically just a really big, you know, it's made for putting the rafters in, which if you remember on the shed video I used to put the roof rafters in. So yeah, let's get that going. Okay, this piece is complete now. Everything is screwed together. You saw I had to go and grab my corded drill to put these headlocks in. I think my DeWalt battery powered drill and even the saw, they're ready to be replaced. I've had those for over a decade and they just don't drive anymore. So I guess I'll have to get a new set before long. But this is done. I'm going to clean up all the edges. I'm going to put caulking on all of the seams, and then this will be ready to start painting. So I want to paint the whole thing, at least on the bottom, but I'll probably end up just painting the whole thing prior to putting it into the cement and the mold, so, or the forms. But yeah, progress. Okay, so this is where we stand right now. Everything's together. I got the first coat of paint on. And this is pretty much where it's going to sit for the night. Tomorrow I will start in the morning and I will put another coat of paint on. And then I have to run into town and get some concrete because I didn't do that yet. So yeah, going to Home Depot on Black Friday, that's going to be really fun. Anyway, first coat of paint's on, signs all together, form is in place. Getting there. All right, good morning guys. It's the next day. You can see I got my concrete and I got my mixer right here. And unfortunately, my extension cord and hose only reaches this far. So I'm still, let me turn the camera around. I'm still a ways away. I don't know if you can even see that. There's my form right there on the ground. So I'm gonna have to mix it up here, and then I will just roll it down the hill, dump it in, come back. So I'm gonna do 2 loads. I'm gonna do 3 bags and then 3 bags. And that should be more than enough to fill it. I was figuring maybe 5-ish, but I got 6 just in case, just to make sure. So basically I'm gonna mix up the concrete. I'm gonna fill the forms, and then I'm gonna drop the post in and then put supports on it to keep it upright till it cures or starts to harden up. Here's my signpost. I got a second coat of paint on it this morning, so this thing's all done, ready to go in. Yeah. Of course. Sunny a minute ago, and I'm about to start mixing concrete, and this happens. I'll give it a little bit, see if it passes by. Alrighty. So that is pretty much in. It's fairly level both ways. So now I'm just going to wait for this to set up a little bit, and then I will come back and I'll smooth this out some more and do the edging. Phew. All right, this is pretty much set up. Kept raining off and on, so there's a lot of little raindrop marks in here, but that's okay. This is just, you know, for the address post. So it's basically just a weight and a block to keep this in place. So tomorrow I should be able to pull these forms off. All right, it is the next day in the afternoon. I just got back from being at the farm for class, and this is all hardened up nicely, so the forms are ready to come off. The forms are all off. This is pretty much done. I just noticed that it matches the color of my adult beverage can. The last thing I have left to do is I have 2 LED lights that are going to go on top of these 4x4s. They're solar LED lights, just like the ones that I put on the chicken coop, or on the gate, the chicken coop gate. So I'm going to go grab those, and we'll get those installed. All right, so these things are really simple to install. There's a tab here you have to pull out where the battery is to activate it, and then you know, solar panel on the top, and then you can see when I cover it, the lights come on, so everything's automatic. There's just 2 screw holes on the sides here, so all you do is just put it right over top of the 4x4, and then put the screws in. Piece of cake. All right, guys, so that's it. This is done. This was a pretty inexpensive project. All I used for this was 2 8-foot 4x4s, which you cut down to size, and then you do 1 cross beam, and then there's some scrap left over. And there was a 2x8, so I used the 2x8 for the form, and then also this is a 2x8 going across where I'll put our address numbers on. And then 6 bags of concrete, 80-pound bags of ready mix concrete. So that was it. Pretty cheap, not bad. All right, guys, well, that's going to wrap up this project video. Hope that this was informative for some people. Pretty easy project, but it's something that's been on my list for quite a while. I mean, we're only a few days away from hitting our 1-year anniversary since we moved into this house, which was December 5th. So right now it is Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So that's what, the 27th, I think it is today. Yeah, so we're about a week away from our 1-year anniversary of getting the house. So looking back, I've gotten a lot done, you know, since then, but I still have a lot more to do. So anyways, I want to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next video. Aloha.